We'll call to order our regularly scheduled February board meeting. The Solon Community School District. It is the mission of the Solon Community School District to engage each and every student in rigorous and relevant learning experiences, maximizing achievement through exceptional teaching. Chris, can you call the roll?
I will. Wolf.
Here.
Coons.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Are all physically present. Haluska.
Adam?
Rockholtz.
Here.
I know Adam's here. Can you hear us, Adam?
I can hear you now. My mute button wasn't working.
Okay,
Are both remote, and Ben Campman is not remote yet, but may join us.
Welcome to those who made it and welcome those online. Jamie has a motion.
Motion to table items 3, 4, and 5.
Motion to table agenda items 3, 4, and 5, making this a business meeting. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Coons, who's sitting in front of the Haluska sign, which is going to drive me batty. All those in favor of tabling those agenda items, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
That moves us on to the consent agenda. Is there anything that anyone wants to pull out of the consent agenda? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. So moved. Motion by Coons,
Second.
second by Wolf. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. I will just point out that we're starting to see some more travel out of state. The Spanish Club has got their trip planned. I think we're still on for the trip to New York this March, so we're in good shape. Yep. So back into some of our normal routines.
Mhm.
So first action item is the school calendar.
Mhm.
Davis?
yeah, we had that calendar set to go and we'd actually placed on the board one that we had revised. We didn't place the most current updated revision. So this calendar does represent an accurate description of a calendar for the 24-25 school year.
And remind me, I know one of the things we talked about is the coming back from winter break.
That was the one thing that, yeah, so on this calendar, and again, with the late start, you notice it pushes the 23rd. We can't start until August 23rd by law.
Yep.
It actually falls on a Friday, so it pushes us way back into August, which then pushes us beyond Memorial Day. And so we always try to fit our 180 days as close to Memorial Day as possible. And so we do have on this calendar returning on January 2nd, which is a Thursday. We did that 3 or 4 years ago. It wasn't popular. So that would be the one thing that if we wanted to change. Otherwise, we're bringing kids back on a Friday.
Yeah, it's hard because you either bring them back January 2nd or you wait for the Memorial Day weekend and do it. Because it's gonna kick you past Memorial Day, right? So. I mean,
Yes.
It's one or the other.
Yeah,
So. I think we do the January,
2nd.
Yeah.
And it's a half day.
right?
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the school calendar.
425.
The what?
For 24-25.
The 24-25 school calendar as presented.
So we have a motion to approve the revised 24-25 calendar as presented. Second by Coons, motion by Wolf. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next up on the agenda is the community center lease with the city of Solon.
This lease is identical to the one we're in now. It expires in March, and so we just want to extend it to March 2024. That's the only difference. Everything else remains the same as is.
We kind of been doing this as a one-year extension
Yeah.
at a time. I think the conversation we had with the city is they kind of wanted to do it year by year until they came up with a longer term plan. I've not yet heard a longer term plan, so I think this is another one for another year, so. It's useful to get figured out, so we've got it organized planning wise for budgeting purposes for next year. So
It is, and it is helpful as we've discussed with members of our community. There's 6 of us in central administration that office out in the tower. The way this building is tied together, to operate this building, you're averaging about $80,000 in utility costs a year. So by partnering with the city, leasing it to the city, and I know the church leases a part of it, it shares in the expense, and allows us to be in this facility more efficiently. Yeah,
Then it almost gets cost prohibitive for 5 people to be in.
absolutely. If they weren't,
$1,000.
yes.
Okay. Any questions for Davis?
No. Motion to approve the.
Motion by Coons to approve the community center lease with the city for the upcoming year.
Second.
Second by Wolf. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We have no information line item tonight. We will touch on policy next month. Dan and I are digging into that. We'll also have budget material for next month. I got a message from Pat that it looks like that the legislature has passed the fix for the property taxes, which will extend us out to not having to certify our budget until the end of April, which means we will not need a special board meeting to deal with the budget. So that'll be good news for everybody. Other than that, our next regular board meeting is March 9th, 2023 at 5:30 in this very same room. Note that is a week earlier than our normal meeting, so that we do not have our meeting over spring break. With that, I'll entertain a motion. Motion to adjourn. Motion by Coons,
Second.
second by Wolf. Motion to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We are adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.